So, A side, B side, man. In boxing, all the real boxing heads, we understand what that means. Obviously, A side means that's the boxer with the bigger draw. He's the bigger star. He's the, or in some cases, he don't even have to have belts. It could be just that he's just a bigger star because who he had behind him to push him out there. Um, you know, B side means the person that a lot of times, sometimes the challenger to the A side that's a champion, or the person that's a less of a draw. Pretty much was the B side. Now, many people say Floyd Mayweather, he's the one that kind of started all this A side, B side bullshit. But whatever, regardless to where it started from or whoever started it, man, I hate talking about that shit, man. That's why like you hardly hear me talk about A side, B side. I see these channels, man. They use the A side, B side thing a lot, and I come to one conclusion, bro. A lot of times when you see a lot of these channels when they bring up A side, B side, it's always because they use it to protect their fighter, because they don't have confidence in their fighter actually beating the what you would call B side. They don't have the faith and confidence in their fighters, so they use money and the A side status to dictate and to try to sometimes use that so the fighter that they rock with could avoid the B side. You're seeing it right now. You're seeing it with Javante Tank Davis fans. A lot of these channels, they use the A side argument. Yeah, Tank's the A side. Tank's the A side. Devin should concede to Tank. They do that because they know they don't have they don't have any faith that Tank could beat Devin, because if they did, they wouldn't be talking about money. When it comes to throwing leather, you shouldn't be bringing up money when it comes to throwing that leather, man. See, I told you I'm a purist. I'm more of a traditional boxing fan. I don't let money cloud my, especially me. It's not like it's my money. I'm not the one in there fighting. It ain't my money at the end of the bout. It's the boxer's money. So who are we to sit up here and boast up who's the A side or who's the B side? That's just the way I look at it. And you've seen that in the past with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, right? You saw it, same thing. Why should Bud have to concede why should Errol have to bend for Bud? Errol is the A side, Bud is the B side. That's because his fans knew what the fuck was gonna happen to him when he got in there with Terrence Crawford. I've never heard any of this B side, A side talk back in the day, man. Never heard any of this stuff when Tyson was when like early 90s, 80s, late 80s. I've never heard anybody talk about A side, B side. You never heard Vander Holyfield fans say, I don't know, man. Vander's the A side, so Lennox Lewis got to concede to him, and like, come on, bro. That just make dudes look weak, and it just make them look like they don't have faith in their fighter. They don't want their fighter to lose. That's why when you hear a lot of these dudes on these channels when they be saying, Devin got to concede to the A side and all this other stuff, right? When you hear that, that's them pretty much. It's not just about money though. It's about other stuff too. See, they want Devin to concede monetarily to the A side, and they also want Devin to concede when it comes to all the other stipulations that definitely gonna come with the contract. Rehydration clause, catch weight, all this other stuff. The typical Tank bullshit, right? So they want Devin to be at a disadvantage. Why would you want your fighter? Why would you want the B side, so-called B side, to be at a disadvantage? Don't you want like the B side to be as healthy as they can against your fighter, so your fighter can get full credit? We think about it. Think about the logic in that for 1 second. You want forget the money. Remove the money out of the stipulations. We already know when it comes to the money, they always want the A side to control and get most of the money. But that's just the way that's gonna go. The A side is going to always get the lion's share. But when it comes to the other stuff, the weight, the rehydration, all this other garbage that should never even be in boxing contracts, right? They want that B side to be weak and drained at a disadvantage. So when their favorite fighter get in the ring with them and win, they won't take damage. That's what it's all about too. But then when you think about it, man, you making your fighter look weak because everybody gonna start questioning. Well, damn, would Devin have been better? How would he have performed if he wasn't drained? Or such and such. And you know what? That's exactly why Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia is gonna expose that, because from what I understand, this fight is not gonna be able to catch weight. There's no rehydration clauses in there. Ryan Garcia is coming in there 100% weight. Devin Haney's coming in there 100% weight, and they're going to get in that ring and let the leather fly. The way it should be. That way, Devin wasn't drained, and then Ryan ends up winning, and people start saying, well, the only reason you beat Ryan is the only reason you beat Devin because Devin was drained. Or Devin was 100% weight, and Ryan was drained, and then Devin beats Ryan. Oh, the only reason you beat Ryan was because Ryan was drained. I mean, you even heard that already with Tank and Ryan. You heard people say that right there. How could the Tank fans be okay with hearing stuff like that about their favorite fighter? Like, Dev, he put these rehydration clauses on Ryan, and Ryan took it, and he decided to still fight, and that's why he got knocked out by Tank. And we don't automatically say that's true. We don't think that's the only reason why he got knocked out by Tank, but we know that Ryan wasn't 100%. And the Tank fans' excuse is, well, Ryan knew what he was getting into. If he didn't feel like he wanted to make the weight, he should have never did it. Like, bro, who's gonna turn out all that money, man? Y'all gotta stop that, man. Y'all gotta stop that. You know what I mean? So A side, B side, it's just alphabetical bull crap, man. It's like, I just want to see the best fight the best without all of the weird stipulations, man. And then when you say this, they start bringing up, well, what's wrong with Tank doing that? Look how big Dev get when he's in the ring. Then at the same time, they just made themselves look dumb because he just talking about Tank said he wanted to fight Conor Benn, and Conor Benn is way bigger than Devin Haney in a different weight class and everything like that. And now you hear crickets. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna hear excuses for that too. They're gonna bring up reasons why it's okay for Tank to call out Devin. Actually, I did read one on this one channel where dude said, well, the only reason he called out Conor Benn for a fight because he knew Devin wanted to fight Conor Benn, and Tank is just there to take money from Dev's plate, like out of Devin pocket. Like, come on, man. You see, he did that. Just like with Gamboa, you see Dev fought Gamboa and Tank fought Gamboa. That's what. And I don't even remember who fought who first. Did Tank fight Gamboa first, or was it Devin? I don't remember. But what these dudes talking about, bro? The moral of the story is the A side B side argument is used as a weapon by the fans of these boxers, of certain boxers, as a way to avoid the tough fights, and a way to keep getting cherry pick fights, and a way to avoid seeing their man lose because they don't have confidence in the abilities of their boy, of their favorite fighters. So they hide behind the A side stuff and want not just the money, they want the B side to concede to the money and everything else. Just because this guy Tank or whatever fighter it was at the time has all the belts, or he's more popular and all this other stuff. Like, come on, dude, really. But let me know what y'all think about this A side, B side stuff, man. Do the fans use it to protect their favorite fighter, and is it hurting the sport, man? 'Cause I think it is. I'm just like, bro, what difference does it make? All y'all gonna make millions of dollars anyway. Just get in there and fucking fight, dude. Just fight. because the money that these dudes is gonna make is not gonna be so far apart from each other anyway. It's not like one dude getting 3 million, the other dude getting 70 million. Come on, man. It's gonna be, the difference is very minute. But anyway, it's Rebel Life Boxing. Let me know what y'all think. I'll catch y'all later on the next one. And I'm out.